What's up, guys? This is Adam from esports7.com, and I am here with none other than the king of Smash himself. Everyone, please bow down. Liquid Ken, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, a little sick, but I'm hanging in there.
Okay, that's unfortunate, but, you know, obviously Apex 2015, the biggest Smash event ever. How did you do?
I made it out of pools my first round, and then I ran into DOH, really good Peach player. And then he had some lucky turnip pulls, like a bomb, Stitch Face, and then he ended up killing me with it. The beam sword killed me with it, actually, and then I lost to DOH, but I'm not salty about that at all.
Okay. Did you play any other games besides Melee?
I played Smash Wii U, but yeah, same kind of concept. I ran into a Sonic player, okay. And then I fell to him, but and then me and Korean Ninja did doubles too, and those are the games that we participated in.
Okay. What do you think of Smash 4 so far?
It's fun, but I haven't played enough of it to like go to tournaments. So okay. I'm still a Melee player.
Do you like it, or?
I like it. It's different. It's not like Brawl. It's actually better than Brawl. But I feel like if I invested more time and went to more tournaments, then I'd understand a better like competitiveness to it. I just don't put enough time into it yet.
Okay. All right. So, you know, you were one of probably the first player to get picked up by Team Liquid and make that way into the larger esports world, right? It's been a while, and you're one of the old people to come back. How do you feel you did in 2014, and how do you feel your progress is?
Actually, in 2014, I had a lot of notable wins against like some of the top players. Right. Actually, I came really close to beating a lot of top players too. And then 2015, I took pretty much like during Christmas time, I took a big break from Melee, and I played a lot of Smash 4. And that kind of screwed my Melee skills and my Smash 4 skills because I tried to go back to Melee. And I'm like right in between the two games. Like I don't know which game to pick to further advance my career, I guess, as a gamer. And it's just like iffy. So like at this tournament, I like did well in both games, enough to make it out like the polls, but not like into the 48-man bracket. But I think if I invested more time in one game, I'd probably do better. And it's just two different like. I guess the meta for two different games is just different, so you can't really play two games and do well unless maybe you're Mewtwo King, because he just plays both games a lot.
Okay. Well, there was another thing that happened at this tournament. I think it was a match that people have been waiting for over 6 years. You know, your match against PC Chris, one of the most storied rivalries in our game. What was it like having to face him again? Did it bring back any memories? Talk about the matches.
Actually, it was a lot of fun playing PC Chris. We don't have any salt. You know, we played in the salty sweet, but it was more like, if anything, brotherly love. We both have respect for each other. I'm hoping that he does well when he comes back. I'm an old school guy, so he's hoping the same. You know, I think I was talking to him about it earlier, and he said he just wants to be like a threat in tournaments. Like he necessarily doesn't want to be the best, like he was or I was back in the day. But we just want to compete at tournaments, see how the scene grows. You know, support the community is what we're like pretty much interested in.
Okay, well, speaking of that, like, of PC's mentality, do you kind of have that mentality too? Like, are you still gunning to be at the top? I mean, you're already at the top. Do you still have that competitive drive to show everyone that you can still be the best? Or are you kind of just here, you know, you're doing your best and you want to see Smash grow and you want to help contribute to that?
Yeah, basically a little of both. Sometimes I have the urge to want to get better, and, you know, just like PC coming back actually makes me want to get better too. And then, yeah, I just want the community to progress, you know. Smash was always like a small community, and it's just starting to get bigger after the documentary, and bigger and bigger and bigger and growing. And I just want to see it grow as big as possible, you know.
As far as I know, you're also a really big fan of other esports games too, right? Could you talk a little bit about some of your other favorite games and your experience in playing those games?
Yeah, I used to be a really hardcore StarCraft 2 player. I was in GM, like top 50, top 60. And then I stopped playing that, and I started playing Dota now. And yeah, I'm a big fan of StarCraft 2. That's why I like Team Liquid. Dota 2, Team Liquid also has like a different like site for Dota. And yeah, I play support in Dota. So all the support heroes I can play, pretty much. So those are my big esports games: just StarCraft 2, Dota, and Smash.
Okay. You're friends with a lot of people in that community too, right? You're friends with Suppy and Hotbid too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, in StarCraft 2, I have a lot of friends actually, because I was once a part of the StarCraft 2 community. I kind of still am. I play StarCraft here and there, but yeah, I still watch StarCraft 2 matches, so I'm pretty good friends with Suffy, Scarlet, Sasquatch. Yeah, and then in Dota, I have pretty good friends too. Like most of the old Team Liquid guys that used to play Dota 2 on the TL team, and Artur RTZ, you guys know who he is.
Okay. So does that mean like hold on, let me how I phrase this. Okay, so given what you've done in the past year, do you feel like you can really succeed this year, or do you think that you still have a lot of work to do in terms of getting really back to the top?
I think it's a little both. I think I haven't committed enough time to getting back to the top. I mean, it is what it is. Like, the more you want to get better at something, the more you're gonna try to do it. And I haven't committed myself fully to it because I have other priorities right now in life. But I try to, whenever I have free time, I do try to play Smash as much as possible. But it just depends like how I'm doing. And my mentality is like here and there. Sometimes I really want to do it, and then sometimes I'm like, you know what, I already did it. Maybe I want to see someone else at the top, But I do enjoy going to tournaments and competing, though.
Okay. Well, you did mention you had other life commitments. Would you mind like sharing others with like perhaps what your other career aspirations are, or aspirations in other walks of life?
Yeah. Well, I'm an artist. I graduated from with a BFA in illustration and graphic design, and then recently I'm going back to school for architecture. So that takes a lot of my time. I'm trying to study. And pretty much I do freelance like artist jobs here and there, like postcards, children's books, magazines sometimes. So that takes a lot of time too. So and then Smash, you throw Smash in there, it's just like it's hard. And then you have to travel, so it's like I'm trying to like juggle all these things. It's kind of hard, It's hard being a grown up. If I was like 6 years younger, 7 years younger, I'd probably be full committed to Smash. But.
Okay. Well, obviously the community is at its point right now where it's the biggest it's ever been, but there was a time when it wasn't. But the documentary really made things a whole lot bigger and really brought a lot of people back to Smash. What was your reaction when Samox first contacted you, and what was it like having him interview you and then seeing the final product turn out to be so great?
Actually, when Samox interviewed me and started talking to me about, at that time I actually owned a food truck. I was making my own business go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, and then he contacted me, and I was like, I don't have any time to do this, man. He's like, no, you have to be part of this documentary. You just have to. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna take a weekend off. I'll pick you up from the airport, and then I'll tell you everything I know about, Smash, my history. And he came down. The first night, it was kind of really awkward because he was just a documentary guy.
Yeah.
And I just sat in my bed, and I was really tired because I had a hard day at work, and I had to pick him up from the airport. So I just like laid on my bed, and he just like took out a notebook, and I just started talking about like old stories. And he's like a little kid in a candy store. He was like, his eyes were open. He was just jotting everything down, and yeah, he was just like had a smile on top of his face the whole entire time. So I think he just loved doing what he did, and then seeing the final product, like everybody loved it. So I mean, I can't complain about it.
Right. I didn't even know you ran a food truck. Could you tell us more about that? That sounds awesome, dude.
I've done. Let's just not go into the food truck business.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I don't really have anything else to say, man. Do you have anything else you want to say to your fans or shout-outs you want to give? How can your fans follow you?
I have a Twitter. Follow me at LiquidKen. I stream too if you want to see me play Smash, other games, and I love my fans. I try to interact and help them get better at Smash as much as possible. And I'd like to thank my sponsors. Starting with HTC, Razer, HyperX, Alienware, Quest, G2A, and of course Namecheap.
Okay. All right. Stay tuned to esportsheaven.com for more coverage of Apex 2015. Thanks, guys.